Okay, so I am a bit mystified by this. I have made rrender into a console executable in the thought that it might be executed from the command line. I really just am not sure. One thing I'm thinking is I want to get some sort of output from this. So I'm going to say local fs file stream equals file stream open appdir plus and I will call it render log.txt and I think that it is right. I think that's how I do that. And basically before the end, actually I'll have a function will I this is going to end up having a bunch of global log file stream equals null log file stream. Abandon void log fs if log fs log fs I think it's close. Now you should be getting this file stream. Yes, thank you. Log fs close and log fs equals null. And I want to say and I think that is the way I'm going to do it, if not project. And I can do things in abandon, like I may pass a string in there about why it's being abandoned. In fact, I will. Yeah, I will. Out string equals. And then I will somehow what I'll say is if log fs log fs right line out, and here it will be cursor project file render not found. Cursor project file render failed to load. Failed to load. Okay. then I guess at the end I can always just say abandon render complete. So when it starts, logfs is opened, and I just make sure to abandon. And somewhere in abandon, I can also do something like, I don't know, call and exit. If I need to, well, let's just see what happens here. Because maybe I will have something which is more like right, but I suppose I could just use a logfs right line for now. And what I can do is logfs right line render begun. I could have something about creating the log which puts in timestamps or something. That might make more sense. Logfs right line saving file and here I think logfs I'm just sticking stuff in here. Okay. I have to exit with an abandon to make sure I close logfs. So now, once again, with build insanely on release, I compile this. Can't do that, eh? Oh no, I moved the wrong thing. This should be IX. Now I was cleaning this up, I realised that I had yet another set of IX, TX, JX things. Ugh, anyway, okay. Okay, now out of curiosity, render log. Yep, render not found. Good. Thanks. And I guess it did abandon it correctly. It said render not found. What on earth was I just looking at? Did I close it? Too much stuff. It said render not found anyway. I was looking at this. Yeah. Anyway, so that is that created. I can just delete render log, and I can move this latest version of Windows. Delete that. I'll also delete render. I'll move rrender. I'll copy rrender in here. Now, back in here, I'll come back to main. And now I'm hoping that I'll at least get some sort of output in this directory from Rn if it opens. Okay, so I have this. Here's the task manager. There's my XC. Do I need to do anything else? No, I'm just going to render static. Save. I got a render log. Cursor file render not found. Well, I wonder. Am I just being too quick off the mark? Interesting. What happens when I say project save? Recursor classes, project save. It writes it, then it closes it. Perhaps I need to do a little bit of waiting. Yeah? For render to be simply not found. Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but it is there. Actually, maybe it is not. Maybe it's looking in its own directory. Yeah, okay, no, I'm going to get it to give it the position of the render file. Yeah. And I'm going to pass it inside. I'm going to pass it. I need to do something else here as well, don't I? I'm realizing a couple of things. First off, what am I realizing? First off, I don't know why I'm not getting a proper close of this process. I don't know why anyway, okay. Concentrate on one thing at a time. And the next thing at hand is making sure this got executed fine. Well, it did get executed. It couldn't find render, and I don't know that that render just hadn't quite appeared yet, but I did close that file stream. Or if it's that this still has its own directory as its app directory. Okay, I'm gonna render begun log fs right line render xe location is plus app dir. Okay, now what I have to do is I have to execute, compile this again. No, that's not. This, I compile this again. Okay, and it got a render log. It got that render location. Thanks. I'll just get rid of that render log. And I want to get rid of that and its own render log. And I'll pop a copy of this in there. And then I maybe I'll just actually run main exe call, oops, static save. It just worked. It just worked. That's what... Okay, yeah, I suppose that is a lilac image. It just is so unrecognizable because I'm not drawing it very well in the preview. Now, querying that app thing seemed to be the thing, like almost just the act of calling what is the app directory. Something is just so strange. Oh, I'm not getting an output from this anymore. I think it just worked again. Delete. Bloody do something a bit different. Okay, it didn't. Well, I'm not that surprised. Why did it work? Well, I'm not that surprised because I don't think I'm getting... Let me just compile this again from here. Well, for one thing, I wasn't getting output to here. This time, I'm going to have my bits and pieces, including the task manager, with this open. I'm going to request static save. It just happened. It just happened right there. Did it? No. Generated render log. Render not found. Okay, well, it knew where it was, but this time render was not found. I think it's just like a little pause. I think it's a problem. I think that if I delete render log and render, and now I won't get anything because the old render didn't close properly. It managed to create render there. Yeah, it does that before checking to see if there's already a render process, which is a bit daft. Right. Well, one thing is it does know where it is. That's good. And I think that me, oh my. Like, what do I have to give it? How long do I have to give it? And is that going to be variable on different machines? Is that really what it is? It worked once and it didn't work again. project file render not found. And it is right there. Like, actually, it did find it before as well. Man, now I've got to recompile this. Add there. Okay. That's the render log. Render not found. That's okay. I'll take away render, render log, and render. And render can go in there. This version should use the appder. No idea why that's a big difference, but now I recompile the cursor so I can see if it gets an output. Okay, I have this open. I have this open. And I go for it. Yeah. Oh. Failed to load. Failed to load. Let me try yet again. So now I need to recompile this. What is thinking here? My thinking is that I actually noticed that I would render, but checking the of appder plus render. Finish running. Did I get a new render log? Should always just say render not found. 10:38, that's the correct time. I will remove these things. And I will copy this here. And I will recompile main again. And this time, well, this time let's see. Here is Windows, or at least here's the directory with my things in it. Here's my task manager, there's main. Here's me requesting static. Save. Render log. No, recursor image. Render complete. And there is the render. Worked. Now, won't work again, even though yeah, won't work again. It's gone though. I mean, that finished. How do I... First off, how do I get the STD outs? This is not providing bloody STD outs. What I can do from here is query the render log. That is not a pleasing thing to do. Well, this is some progress. So if I just close it, and if I just run it straight from here, and I just do this, say static, recursive image, yes. Oh, and I forget how long it's going to take. It's only 8 recursions. It's the new image. I need some kind of output in this screen badly. If I just now delete that image more cleverly, say static cursor image, output, 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 output. No, not output, output, output. It's not doing it now because it thinks the render process is occurring. Because it is, the render process is still occurring. Well, in as much as that it irks me that I just didn't see it open at all, and I still don't. What's a runtime broker? And there's no sign of this render. So, a bit more confusion. It's like there's less to that than there was before. Okay. So then, but I should be able to close it, run it again, straight off goes static, save. I need an animation here while this is happening, and there's a recursive image. Done. Okay. Well, I'm not displeased with that. I'm kind of anxious that somehow, I mean, that's still just there taking up a normal amount of memory. My CPU is at 100%. Oh, that's because I'm recording this. And this is still, like, it takes a lot less power to have that minimized. Okay, well, I am going to call it a day there. I'll go past 30 minutes with my wittering. So where have I got to? It is running, it's finding the file. I'm able to so far get information out of this by having it create this text file. That's something. These appear to be simply not working. Anyway, I'll figure it out soon. The next thing I will do is I'll look more at these. Like, there are some other parts of process. There is that. These finished, invoked when process is finished executing. That's like, yeah, surely that's what happens when the main function comes to an end, isn't it? I don't know, isn't it? Abandon isn't very good of a name in a way. I can close some things down like this file stream, but it's not like that will actually exit the program. And I'm getting an apter. Where am I actually getting apter from? std file system apter. Let me think. Args. My god. Gets application command. First argument always the application name. Well, that's a handy thing. Would have been nice sensible of me to find it. Okay, well, what was it I was actually looking for here? Well, it's in file system. That's not really actually that useful when I think about it. Okay, I'm going to leave it just now. I'm going to come back. Am I? Let me think for just another moment. No, what I want to think, like, is there any way to close a program, to stop a program? Like, no, exit comes out of a loop. It's like close. I just don't know. I'm not making use of the app class here. I'm not saying this bit. You will usually say app equals new app instance. Maybe that's a sort of problem. App window equals this app run. Okay, I'm going to stop pondering just now, and I'm going to stop this, and I will be back next time.